Why do Russians don't protest? Well, actually, that's a wrong question, because they do. They protested in 2011 when the elections were rigged, and in 2017 when the major government corruption was exposed. Hundreds of thousands took to the streets in 2021 when Alexei Navalny returned to Russia and was unjustly arrested after a poisoning attempt against him, and in 2022 when Putin launched the war of aggression against Ukraine. Tens of thousands were beaten up, detained, many were jailed for lengthy terms, as an act of state terror against them, as an action of repression to make everyone feel afraid. Well, and Putin succeeded. Many of our friends in the West don't really understand how it works, but in Russia you can be sent to prison for 15 years for just calling the and not the special military operation, as Putin prefers it to be called. You can be put in prison for a like or a comment or a post on social media, and actually for anything that is being considered as a sign of unloyalty. So now we don't see visible protests on the streets just because the risks are too high. But it doesn't mean that all Russians remain loyal to Putin. There is a lot of disobedience, there is a lot of unloyalty, and Putin's war against Ukraine is enormously unpopular in the Russian society. So we can compare this with what we've seen in Eastern Europe like 40 years ago. In 1986, we didn't see any large protests in Eastern Europe. In 1989, there were millions of people in the streets of Bucharest and Budapest and Moscow and Vilnius and Kiev and Prague. Did the people fall from Mars? No, they've been there before, only the political situation didn't allow them to be visible. When the wind of change came, they became visible and they actually took the lead and destroyed the communist regime and the Eastern Bloc. This will happen in our country once again when the situation changes.